Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're unraveling the insights from Company of One by Paul Jarvis. In this summary, you'll learn 1. Why bigger isn't always better. 2. How autonomy boosts performance. 3. What customer success really means. 4. About the resilience factor. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Don't be shy to smash that like button if you discover something valuable. Let's grow and succeed together. Let's start. Expansion isn't the key to building a successful business. You can enjoy success while avoiding growth. The bigger the better is one of the principles that has found its way into the heart of the business world. If you want to expand your customer base, hire more staff. If you want to become a global brand, open more offices in buzzing cities around the world. If your revenue is nothing near what you had envisioned, pour more money into advertisements, or better still, invest all your resources into finding a grandiose product. While all these approaches are logical solutions to the problems highlighted, history has shown that they might not be a viable long-term solution. Such moves could probably backfire later. You might need to reconsider your ill-advised reliance on growth as the remedy for your business woes. Paul Jarvis believes that the current gravitation toward growth is the bane of the business world. As such, he argued, why hire new employees when you could restructure the workload and adopt technology to automate repetitive tasks? Here, he introduces the Company of One concept, a deliberate strategy to remain small. As counterproductive as this sounds, there is truth in the assertion that growth is not always the right strategy. Being small would allow you a level of autonomy that executives in large corporations are lacking. It would also help increase your company's resilience and efficiency. Therefore, the Company of One approach is an effective business model that will let you imprint your core values into your business, thereby giving birth to a lean and agile company that could weather diverse economic climates. This blueprint follows 3 vital phases: start small, controlled growth, and continuous learning. Read on to find out how you can leverage this simple, but highly effective blueprint in your business. In business, keeping things simple makes it much easier to achieve your goals. The concept of more, as iterated in the previous chapter, has come to define the major solution inclination of business owners and corporations. One of the reasons why some businesses do not take off is that executives are no more content with starting small. Rather than capitalize on the flexibility that humble beginnings offer, they prefer jumping straight into the deep end. And so, even before the business begins to take off, it is already collapsing. Furthermore, Paul Jarvis noted that the Company of One model does not necessarily refer to startups and entrepreneurs. Successful organizations incorporate the model for vital and creative departments. There are 4 essential traits of the Company of One model. 1. Autonomy. 2. Resilience. 3. Simplicity. 4. Speed. Resilience is a trait that every business model should exhibit. It ensures that the company does not subject all of its decisions to wishful thinking. As such, resilient companies explore solutions that consider the current economic tides. Autonomy, on the other hand, helps an individual sidestep the creative limitations of bureaucratic systems. This Company of One trait gives an executive or entrepreneur the choice of working at his or her pace. Once autonomy and competence are in place, it becomes easier for you to look for more efficient ways to do things, boosting your speed. Similarly, the Company of One concept relies strongly on your ability to revel in the realm of simplicity. In other words, you must cut off growth that might increase the complexity of your business. Having trimmed off the operations or growth that induce clutters, it becomes easier to focus on the things that matter, which is satisfying your customer. Note here that your primary obligation as a business owner is to cater to the needs of the clients you have presently, not the millions you wish to have. Also, it is vital that you take advantage of proliferating technologies that make working remotely and speedily possible. By doing so, you will reduce the cost of renting out an office space and providing amenities or infrastructures for your growing in-house staff. Leadership and its role in the Company of One model. In the corporate world, it is a popular belief that extroverts make the best leaders. It is easy to see the factors that fuels this notion, as extroverts have a peculiar capacity to command attention. They have the words to make people believe in their goal. Contrary to this belief, charisma, which is the inherent trait that fuels this leadership myth, is teachable. As such, Someone that has not shown any sign of charisma before could learn to imbibe it as a skill. This assertion, therefore, agrees with a more potent school of thought that states that introverts have what it takes to lead efficiently. Their ability to listen before acting, to let the spotlight shine on other members of the team, to work extensively for long hours without distraction, and their preference for one-on-one communication are qualities that establish the validity of this argument. Irrespective of the facts mentioned above or whether you are an extrovert or an introvert, it is imperative that you cultivate leadership skills. It will come in handy in your day-to-day duties as a team leader, team member, or business owner. But first, you must learn to channel your autonomy to sustainable productivity and profitability. Also, it is essential that you nurture a varied set of skills that can help you grasp the nitty-gritty of all the aspects of your business. Your extensive knowledge will help you remain in control of the core activities and processes that your business involves. Leaders must learn to communicate efficiently, they must inculcate a resilient spirit, and they must know how to retain their focus. More importantly, it is imperative that a leader realize when to take a break, especially when work is adversely affecting their relationships as well as their health. As a leader, you have to avoid the downsides of growth that adds no intrinsic value to your company or business. Knowing your purpose gives you the motivation you need to steer your business in the right direction. The question is, how do you align your motivation to the company of one model? The simple way to go about this is to develop the company of one mindset. To do this, you must tie your business or career to a purpose, and let that purpose define the way you handle growth. If your purpose is to give people access to a well-stocked bookstore, then any growth not relating to this purpose is an excess. However, it's vital that you do not mistake your purpose for your passion. The differential between these two words is that purpose is a motivator, and passion is merely a hobby. It is difficult to develop a passion for some of the tedious and boring aspects of business operations. Once you have found purpose and you have channeled your business towards achieving it, it becomes easier for you to infuse your personality into your business. Moreover, people will choose your product over cheaper or more sophisticated brands if you showcase your personality in the running of the business. This assertion projects that the uniqueness of a product very much depends on the creative marketing or branding that sets it apart. The same is also true for companies or businesses that have chosen to cater to a particular demographic while ignoring the rest. In contrast, brands that have relied on the one-size-fits-all business principle would not command the same attention as brands that have created a community of like-minded users. In other words, products that can generate positive or negative feedback are way better than products that are bland and conservative. Did you know? Once you stop focusing on scale, you can strip your business to its essence and discover its greatest strength. This is the philosophy of Yvon Chouinard, founder of the clothing and outdoor gear company Patagonia. Having business minimalism as its functional model has led Patagonia to build a strong guarantee for its products. Customer success is an essential factor for the success of the company of one model. Today's business models are starting to see the role customer relations plays in the success or failure of a business. However, there is a lingering misconception on the right approach to establishing a trust-dependent relationship between customers and companies. While some have chosen to remove the human factor in this operation by utilizing bots for all their customer-related initiatives, others are more focused on cost-reducing solutions. Instead of focusing on potential customers, your primary concern should be to keep your current customer base happy. To achieve this, you must retain the human inputs in your customer relations initiatives. Also, the success of your customers should rank as one of your core responsibilities. Note that if your loyal customers are successful, then it is probable that your business will enjoy the same fate. Besides, you should develop empathy for your customer's plight, and do not go overboard to sell a product by exaggerating its performance. Nonetheless, if you are looking to build an efficient customer and production system, it is advantageous to consider diverse ways you could meet the demands of your customers. You could allocate some operations to companies that share the same zeal for quality. Also, you could utilize automated customer relation solutions that ensure service personalization and customer segmentation. For companies that rely on remote workers, it is imperative that their collaboration tools do not distract their workers. Here, it is imperative that you scale down the availability requirement of your workers by specifying that they are only expected online on request. This approach will allow your employees to focus on their primary duties, and it will improve the sort of service or product your business delivers to its customers. As an entrepreneur, trust plays a big role in the success of your company. Companies often budget a bizarre amount of money to run ad campaigns that might have little or no effect in the long run. In contrast, company of one model businesses are more interested in establishing trust. Trust drives sales, it motivates existing customers to refer new ones, and it helps the company promote a customer-inclined image. To establish trust, you must first create products that focus on a particular niche and resonate with your customers' taste. Besides creating quality products, teaching is a powerful marketing tool. When you share vital tips and information with your customers, they become confident in your competence. And so, they value your opinion, which would spur them to choose to buy from you rather than from a faceless company. More importantly, you spend less to attract the attention of audiences that frequently visit your company's blog or social media accounts for educational purposes. It is also important that you utilize referrals as a vital marketing strategy for your business. Note that word-of-mouth marketing will work for you only if you provide services or offer products that meet the quality standards. You could also induce referrals by giving incentives to people that bring new customers. Likewise, you could set up a reward system for loyal customers, which could motivate them to tell others about your services. However, in your quest to market your brand and establish trust, remember that your present revenue must determine the amount you should budget into these campaigns. When it comes to spending, your business would only stay afloat if you can hit your minimum viable profit, MVPR. More so, the lower the value of your MVPR, the faster you would reach it. As such, it is imperative that you do all you can to ensure that your business is lean and agile. Having said that, it is also important that you launch your product as soon as you can. You will neither learn nor make money if you continue to hold back on releasing your product. While creating your solution, you should try as much as you can to make simplicity govern your design. Simplicity is a factor that would sell your product fast. In other words, solve a problem first before upgrading your product at a later time to tackle more problems. Another important thing to consider is that it is better to start small than to rely on the funds from people that could stifle your autonomy on the design and niche to focus on. Basing your product on an idea that requires the sort of funding that only venture capitalists can offer suggests that you are subjecting your business to a complex and an unviable model. Conclusion. Growth has become the main standard by which we measure the success of businesses. This is not meant to be. You don't need to have a massive building filled with tons of people working for you before you can boldly say you run a successful company. In fact, one of the reasons why most entrepreneurs never succeed is that they never even gave themselves a shot at success in the first place. They start out trying to measure up to the unrealistic standard of growth in the corporate world. Instead of striving so hard and outdoing yourself to build more infrastructure and hire more employees, why not focus on restructuring your workload and adopt technology to automate repetitive tasks? This is where the company of one concept comes in. This concept is a deliberate strategy to remain small and avoid growth. Truth is, growth is not always the right strategy. Being small will allow you a level of autonomy that executives in large corporations are lacking. It will also help boost your company's resilience and efficiency. Resilience will help you make tough decisions. It will keep you in touch with reality. And as a result, when you encounter any form of failure along the line, you will know that giving up is not an option. Remember, behind every growth or expansion is the motivation to spend the money you do or do not have. While growth is one of the popularly accepted signs of success, it, however, does not always connote profitability, which is the yardstick for success. As such, it is better to embrace a lean model than a bloated one that strains available resources and manpower. Try this. Incorporate the company of one model into your business. Scrutinize all your operations and identify areas where you can cut back. Focus on the essence of the idea that led you to start the business in the first place. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you've enjoyed our summary, consider picking up the full book for a more in-depth exploration. Before you go, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with someone who could benefit from these insights. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing. Thanks for watching.